Chapter 1 of the beginning of the discovery and of the triumph of habit over circumstance. Edgar Finchley was 45, short, with a comfortable face, such as you might see on the fringe of any crowd, and a tonsure that surprised you when he raised his hat. He was panting slightly as he came to the top of the hill. He had lived in London all his life, and since Mr. Bardwell had made him chief clerk 10 years ago, he'd never had a week's holiday. Mr. Bardwell himself never took a holiday, and he fostered the practice among his clerks. Mr. Finchley had succumbed meekly to the conviction that he was indispensable to the office, a conviction which Mr. Bardwell had encouraged. When Mr. Bardwell died, it was generally anticipated that Mr. Sprake would continue the tradition. But Sprake, he was only referred to as Mr. Sprake in the presence of clients, had developed surprising attributes. Mr. Finchley took out his yellow silk handkerchief and wiped his forehead as he mused over the astonishing change which had come over Sprake. He came to the office in tweeds. He smoked all day, scattered his ash in deed boxes, and looked more like a bookmaker than a lawyer. Mr. Finchley had witnessed in silence the desecration, and waited anxiously for the practice to decline. But the practice did not decline. Business increased. Sprake grew jollier, and the checks on his golfing suits larger. And then, it was hot even in the shade now, and Mr. Finchley decided to rest on the seat at the end of the avenue. Then there came the day when Sprake had called him into his room. "Ah, Finchley, I wanted to have a chat with you," he said. "Of course, you know, things have changed a bit since poor Bardwell packed up. Good man, Bardwell, but he was inclined to regard things from the solicitor's point of view too much, instead of looking at them from the point of view of a man, eh? Still, we all have our little ways. Have a cigarette. Yes, things have changed a little since Bardwell went." "Yes, sir," Mr. Finchley answered quietly. "Things have changed a little." "And for the best, eh, Finchley, eh?" For the moment, Mr. Finchley thought that Sprake was going to dig him in the stomach, in the familiar manner which is commonly construed as friendly. "Yes, sir, decidedly for the better." "Nobody's grumbling about that, I hope, eh, Finchley, eh?" Sprake roared comfortingly. "Not that I know of, sir." "And a good thing too, eh? Now, here's what I want to speak to you about. While Bardwell was alive, he ran this office on his lines, and no one said anything. He was head man. But now I'm running this office, and it's going to be run on my lines, eh, Finchley?" Mr. Finchley nodded, not thinking it necessary to reply. The ghost of Bardwell himself couldn't have stopped Sprake from doing as he willed now. "Well, what do you think I'm going to do, Finchley? What do you think I want to speak to you about?" I really couldn't say, sir," Mr. Finchley muttered. "Holidays, Finchley. Holidays." Sprake put his head on one side in an absurd manner and cooed at Mr. Finchley. "Holidays, sir?" "Yes, holidays, Finchley. Holidays, a proper system of holidays. Can't expect my staff to do their jobs if they ain't fit. Must have holidays, eh?" Holidays? The whole idea even now seemed a little strange to Mr. Finchley. For the first time he was going to have a holiday. For 3 weeks. It was now Saturday, the 29th of July. He was to forget the office, forget deeds and bills of cost, forget everything but the sunshine, and that he had money in his pocket to spend any way he liked. He sat down on a green-painted bench between 2 elms to rest himself. The climb up the long hill and the heat of the noon had made him tired. Yes, Sprake was a good fellow. His clerks meant something to him. It was astonishing how different the atmosphere of the office had become in the last few months. The thought of holidays had filled everyone with a new spirit. That very morning Sprake had called him in and asked him where he was going. Even the office boy had said to him as he left, "Have a good holiday, Mr. Finchley, and don't do anything I wouldn't do." Mr. Finchley had smiled. A man about to start his holiday can forgive much. It was pleasant on the